Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Mari and I'm gardening in New York, zone 6B7A, and today I have a few garden projects to do. I need to up-pot my seedlings that I have started in little soil blocks. I want to open my winter sowing jugs to see how everything is doing there, and I also want to show you guys, let me see if I can put this back there, the new seed starter kit from GreenStalk. They launched this on the last sale, the Easter sale that just ended, and I asked them if they could send me one together with the dome so I could show you guys how they look like. And I thought it was already cute that they printed the seed starter kit print in pink, and this seed starter kit was launched this year, but this color is a new one and it's so pretty. This is called the Cherry Blossom Pink. I already have a couple of these. I have a green one, I think it's back there, and a black one that's inside, and now I have this one. So I'm not going to use this one today because I need to take care of my older seedlings that are already started. See how much space they're going to take in my grow light setup, and then I might start some warm season crops in this. Those are mostly flowers and I have too many of them, so I want to give them a little bit more space that they have in the soil blocks, but not as much as these ones over here. I want to save those for things that need more root space, like beans and corn and squash and stuff like that, which would be perfect for our summer season. I also have started working in my garden back there, but I'll show that to you guys in the future video. And here are the seed starter domes. So this one was made because you guys gave feedback to GreenStalk that you wanted a dome once they made this, and I went to visit them in Tennessee and they talked about that, and the domes are now available. I think they actually are already sold out. They were so popular, they sold out in the sale already, but I've heard that once they're back in stock, they're going to honor the price of the sale for another 2 weeks, so stay tuned for that if you want to get one. And the way this will work, they'll just click in on top of each of these little seed cells, which is cool. There's a little lock in here and a little space, so it secures nicely. They have a planter in this color too, which I don't have. They had this together with that color back there for spring, the lilac that I have in the back. And those are the two limited edition colors for the spring that I think you can purchase until the end of May. And then in June, they're going to launch 2 new colors again. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys how this look. And once I start some seeds in here, I'll definitely let you know. I was actually thinking to start some sunflower seeds and some pretty flowers, but I do need to get my vegetable garden going, my warm season vegetable garden going. So I'll see, I'll let you know. Let me just close this up, and we're going to work on potting the seedlings real quick before I open these jugs, because it's getting hot kind of fast now in the morning and they need to be watered. They're a bit dehydrated, so I wanted to pot them and then give them some water, and then we can open this up. Okay, for these seedlings here, I will go over what they are once I'm potting them. I'm going to put them in this 72, I think, seed tray. And I want to organize them by type. I have some flowers in here and some herbs. I might separate them. But I want to first put this whole tray here with flowers that I want to plant in my cut flower no-dig beds in the front. And I have used the Happy Frog potting soil to fill this. It's dry. I did not pre-moisten first because I wanted to get this started. But I'll just make sure to give a really good watering and also water the bottom tray after we pot them. So I'll start this here with this because those are pretty dry. I have some yarrow here. I first originally wanted to put this by the pond, but now with the season progressing, we have been changing our minds all the time. I have been talking to my husband a lot about this new garden, and some new things are happening, so we keep sort of changing the plan as we go. So we might put this in our cut flower area. This is the Summer Berries variety. It's very pretty, but it's also native and attracts lots of good pollinators. So I guess I would be okay with them coming back in our cut flower bed too. Once it's time to plant, I'll make the decision and show you guys. So here I'm simply just getting these little tiny soil blocks. Those guys are a little dry, but the yarrow is a bit drought resistant, so even as a seedling stage, they're doing okay. And just placing inside this new cell over here. If you see the size of the soil block, they're tiny. They're very small. This is the smallest size, the 20 soil blocking. It's the first one I got. And they're great, but it's been hard for me to keep them consistently moist without having them dry out too fast, especially when the plants get about this big. I've been having to water them twice a day. And these seed trays here are not huge, but they have a lot more soil than this tiny little block. So it might buy me a couple more weeks until I make a decision and I'm ready to plant them outside. They're great for attracting beneficial insects and pollinators too, so it's always important to also have flowers in your vegetable garden. All right, I'm just gonna finish up the yarrow here real quick and we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, these here are marigolds and I have some purple basil and some dill. The weather is actually looking pretty good for the next 10 days. I am super tempted to, instead of potting this, just plant them out in the garden. They haven't been properly acclimated, so I'll have to acclimate them a bit. But this marigold is struggling. I think it started it too early because it grew too fast and is already trying to bloom. But I was thinking to just pick the blooms and spread it around the things that are planted, maybe put a couple in that bed and see what happens. I might do that. So I'm going to hold on potting these. But I do want to put them, I'll put them here for now. They're a little bit dry, so hopefully they'll be okay. I'll try to be fast with these ones. I'll keep doing flowers in here. I have blue sage here. I have some stock, some catmint, blue plerum, straw flower, nigella. What is this? Something I've never grown before. Sweet, or dianthus. I never grew that before. Status, whole thing. Some kale seed that fell randomly in here. Snapdragons, and I think looks like there's some straw flower seed in status that also kind of fell in here. So these are supposed to be all cool flowers and mostly all cool flowers, and I'm obviously late on the game for these. So I'm going to do the yarrow and the straw flower next to each other because these guys are so big. Oh my goodness. I know Nigella doesn't like root disturbance, so hopefully that one's going to be okay. I never really had a lot of luck growing nigella, but I think the flowers are beautiful. And I heard you can eat the seed pods, the seeds, use it for spice. So I want to try to do that this year too. But now, look at this mat of fruits. I think this is this one is one that I have saved my own seed from my garden last year. So I'm not really sure what color they will be because they have been definitely cross-pollinated. I'm going to try to first separate all of them here to see if they're going to be okay before I start planting. But I had two colors, I think. I had the apricot last year and like a pinkish, light pink. So they could have mixed between themselves, so they can be all one of those colors. I don't know. I harvested the seeds from the blooms and mixed them. So it's going to be a surprise. We'll see what we can get. But the cool thing about straw flowers in yarrow is that they dry very well. And they both like to be more on the drier side. So I'll put them together here and maybe plant them together in the garden too. Once it's time to get them out, I hope to get some time to do the next week. But I want to focus more on building the garden over there in the back before I get to this project. So I'm buying myself time by potting them. So that's good. Actually, the status will be good here too. So maybe that's how we're going to do a little bit of a dry flower set over here. So we're going to just quickly pop these blocks inside this soil. Are so much faster like this. I shouldn't have done that like this with the yarrow too. All right, so let's move on to the status next. The roots on this don't look as big as the ones there. They look okay. And this is, oh, there are different colors. Okay, so this is the sunset mix. This is the formula mix, and this is the blue status. Because those are kind of peachy sunsetty colors, these summer pastels have sort of like soft tone, and these ones are going to be probably like that color too. I'm going to do the sunset mix here together with these, and then plant those other ones somewhere else in the garden. I'll do the same thing here that I did with the status. Separate them all first, then I'll pop them back in the soil. Okay, so it looks like we have more space. But I think I'm just going to put this stock in here because these guys desperately need more space. And I've learned from the past that when I don't really pot the stock, they don't grow very much. It might be a bit too late for this, but I'm going to try anyway. The stock is edible and tastes so good. I love this and smells so good, sorry. I love the smell of it. It's in the brassica family, but it smells nothing like a brassica. It smells like perfume, like there's like a clove, very floral scent to it. And you can add to your salads if you okay to eat that with savory, or add into baking, which I haven't tried doing that yet. So even if those don't grow big enough for me to use as little cut flowers for arranging in the house, I will maybe use them for eating or even drying. Maybe we can dry the flowers and use for some fun projects too, since they smell so wonderful. All right, wonderful. That one is done. I'm just gonna go grab some water these guys and water those guys because I'm worried about them dying. And I'm going to put this back inside. They have been acclimated because I was planning to transplant them to the front beds, but that never happened. But I'll put them inside because I have just disturbed a lot of the roots because they were so entangled together. I had to tear a bunch of them, so I think I feel more comfortable putting them in my cool seedling grow room to recover than living here in the sun. They might not like that very much, so I'm just going to put this inside and be right back. Okay, let's do another tray for the other ones. They when you start this many soil blocks, it's a lot of seedlings. I don't know, you think there's not too many plants once you just see one tray, but it takes space when they get up potted. That's why I was avoiding to do it, but I really don't want to lose these guys. Oops. I hate losing potting soil too, so 1 second, let me fully pay attention here. Okay, that was not as nice as my first one that I barely lost any soil, but it is what it is. Let's get this job going so I can open this trays because it's getting really hot. I will only do this one with you guys. If I need, I'll do the other ones inside later. Now I'm just gonna work on this side here. Instead of picking, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this blue sage. This is a native sage that I got from Hudson Valley Seed Company too. And I was afraid it was going to be hard to start from seed, but it was very easy. Everything germinated well, and they are all doing beautiful. So very good to know. I might start some more to put it all around the pond. Maybe some of my garden beds too, some with the roses in the front little side of the house bed. They're looking very healthy, very good. Oh, I have one left, so I might plant this one. I might do a little... I have a rose right there. I'm going to plant this with the rose because I don't want to put just one. I don't want to put just one here. Then I'm going to move on to this catmint, which I think is really pretty in the landscape. I've seen it all over New York City when we used to live there and when I go there for work. And I'm going to do blue platum right next too. This is a cut flower, but it's so pretty. I love the way the leaves look. And it grew beautifully in my garden last year with lots of neglect. So it's always good too when you can get a flower that is nice and resilient. I heard that blue platum does not like root disturbance too, but it is what it is. It might not get as tall and beautiful and prolific as it got for us last year, but again, I'm sure we will still enjoy it. However it turns out to be. Oh, I found a couple more stalks in here. Interesting. Okay, this one it won't be all full. They're all dehydrated. I need to water them. But I will put some of this stalk in here together with the blue platum. Why not? Since they're randomly over there. And then maybe because these two are kind of random seedlings, I'll pick up the straw flowers. There's two rogue straw flowers that are growing on this snapdragon tray. Oh, there's a snapdragon right next to it too. I have so many snapdragons. All right, and then this next one here, I have this Sweet William. So just gonna finish up this side. Okay, looking a little messy, but that's what I'm gonna do with you guys. Take care of this a little later on my own. Okay. Whew, my hands are messy. I will open this up and I will tell you what they are once I am opening. I have put all of the ones I have sprouted back here in this table. There are a few back there behind that barrel that haven't sprouted yet, but once they sprout, I'll let you guys know. But the majority of them have. The ones with the blue tape needed a 60-day cold stratification, so I started those first. And these ones with the black tape needed a 30-day cold stratification, and I started them after. But they all kind of sprouted now at the same time once the weather starting getting warm. And the first thing I'm going to show you guys here is super exciting. Is some elderberry, native elderberry seeds that I got. And most of these seeds here I got from Prairie Moon Nursery. Some of them I saved, and maybe there's a couple ones from other things. Most of the majority is from Prairie Moon. So here we are. We have our elderberry seedlings. I have 6 so far. There's some bugs inside here too, but they look nice and small still, but they look good. I'm going to put this on the side. I'll keep the tape because I might have to cover them back if it gets cold. This is the Calico Beard Tongue, and I have videos sewing both of them, so I'll link them at the end so you can watch too. Ooh, lots of this. So these guys, once they get a little bigger, I could plant them straight in the landscape, or I could separate them like I did and put on those 72 cell trays. I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna do, and let them grow a bit more there and then put them in the landscape. We'll see. There's lots of them in here, so I don't want them to get too crowded, but they can definitely grow a bit more. Once they sprout, it's good to open them up, because if you're getting a lot of hot days, they might kind of suffer, get dehydrated, or even like fry inside there. You don't want that to happen. So then it'd be good to open them during the day when it's very hot. If you want it gets cold, you can cover them back up at night. Oh my gosh, this one is a sundial lupin. Look how big they look. It's gorgeous. This one I have almost 100% germination, I think, because I didn't have too many seeds in the package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, wonderful. Oops. These are looking really good. That one looks a little yellow. I'm not sure if it's because it was closed or it's because that's how it is. Those are all, most of them are new to me seeds. This one I might put new tape on it. I don't like the way this tape's looking. Oh, what is this? This is New Jersey tea. Plus looks like there's a weed here, a big one that doesn't look like the rest. A seed might have fell in here through this hole. This is how it looks, New Jersey tea. Then let's go to New England Aster, which is one I'm the most excited about because I have lots of goldenrod growing by the pond, and I think goldenrod and aster are so pretty together. Oops, got the whole. Oh, wow, they look great. They are bigger than I thought. This looks very nice and green too. They look nice and healthy. This is the swamp milkweed. I didn't have as many seeds for this one, but this one, unfortunately, oops, I only have one. I've got one swamp milkweed seedling here. Here it is, one swamp milkweed. Now we have pearly everlasting. I'll keep them in here for now. There's enough space in the table. Oh, tiny little babies. Oh, look how these look. Very small, but lots of germination on that too. This one is the Rudbeckia triloba. This one actually, I saved seeds from my own Rudbeckias last year. So it's my garden saved seeds. Oh, wow, it looks gorgeous. Great germination in this. Wonderful. They got so nice and tall in our New York City garden last year. I'm excited to have them around the pond too. This one is tall ironweed. Beautiful tall purple flower. My goodness. Oh, there's a mushroom in here. It looks like a cup fungi. See? There's a little mushroom here. It's good. It's decomposing the soil. That's the tall ironweed. It's looking good germination on that too. I just sprinkled the seeds on most of them, so that's why there's so many seedlings. I didn't really count. This one is Sweet Joe Pie weed. This is the variety that gets really tall. That's the one I wanted, and it's shade tolerant. I want to put in the shady areas of our property. And this one attracts the tiger swallowtail, the yellow one, which is really cool. I love to have some of this in our garden this year. Some of them in our garden this year too. Here we go. Great germination that as well. Let's do this one after. This one is the Eryngium. I don't remember what this actually is, so how the flower looks like for this. Oh, this one's nice too. Look how big already is. Great. This is anise hyssop. I know this one, a lot of people say it's very easy to grow anise hyssop, but I have a hard time germinating them. Maybe it's the batch of seeds that I got. I tried doing without the certification, no luck. Now I also cold stratified and I have this is a weed. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can barely see it. It's so tiny and look kind of purple. You can barely see it, so just there, right here. Then this is the blue vervain. This is a beautiful tall spike. That's the same weed. I hope it's a weed, it's not the... But it has tiny little red stems and looks really teeny tiny. It might have just germinated or it takes a while to grow. But here it is, and the last but not least... Oh, I have 2 more there. The last on the table here is I think this is the grass. The writing has washed off, so I'm gonna read the label inside. I think this is the old, river oats. My goodness, this one is hard to open with this kind of plastic. It's a more tougher plastic, this guy. So be careful. Okay, those are the river oats. They just look like grass. And then I have this blue vervain, Brazilian vervain, which I got the seeds not from Pernambuco. They're not native, but they're native to Brazil in Argentina. And I really like them, so I wanted to grow. Oh, actually, this is the same one they're here. Because these guys are not looking very great, they start to get yellow. I decided to put some in here because I was running out of space inside. And we got great germination in it. A lot of these guys have algae, which means we had a lot of moisture. The same thing happened with my GreenStalks that stayed out. I think we just had a lot of water this winter, which I think was good. But now they can dry up a bit. And this one is some columbine that I collected seeds from the garden, from the first place I ever had a garden ever. Where I started to garden in 2020, and that's my husband's family house in upstate New York. And they had some couple random columbines just growing kind of the landscape in there. There are a couple flowers that pop up here and there. So I saw this beautiful columbine and decided to grab seeds from it. And look at this. Got tons of babies. So we'll see how that's going to do here in our garden. All right, here is a closer look at how everyone is doing. This is the anise hyssop. You can see there's tiny purple babies. Not sure if they're going to make it or not. And this is the mushroom. So we'll see. We'll see how these are going to do. I'm going to leave them open here for today so they can dry up a bit and not overheat on the sun. And here are the other 3 ones. The one solo milkweed, some of the beard tongue, and this is the elderberry, which is cool. And I'll take care of these guys in a little bit inside. I've got to bring them in because they're not looking very great. I just have one extra little update about the broccoli here that in the past couple videos I said I thought it was going to die, and look at this. It has plumped up and came back. So they might not produce a huge head of broccoli, but whatever we can take, we'll be happy about it. It's not a problem. Okay, this guy was just turned to the sun, so it might be a bit dehydrated. Those are in the shade, so let's leave them here these 3 here to recover. Those other guys can be into the sun. And I took the seed covers off from some of the lettuce because they're growing a little fast and I don't want them to overheat either. But things are very small, like the strawberry still has the cover. And I have, oh, look at that, germination. We have a little radish popping up. Soil feels a bit dry. I might actually remove this today too and give a little soaking into the soil. And you see, guys, I used the fish fertilizer to water this when they were in the ground, and I kind of regret it because it kind of stained my planter a bit. So I'm gonna come here with a little bit of a scrubber and scrub this out because this planter is so beautiful. I don't want that little fish emotion stains in there. Oh, and here are my tulips. I'll show you on this because they might not be beautiful and open when I do a garden tour. I'm planning to film a garden tour next week, but look how they look right now. Those are not the tulips I ordered. I ordered something else, and this came, the bulbs, so a little sad, but oh well. It's bringing some cheerfulness to the garden, so I guess I like them anyway. And if you want to watch the video where I have started all of those over the winter, I'll link them right over here on the side, so you can watch that next. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see how all of this is going to do in my garden this year. And like the video if you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time.